Denver's wage protections are some of the strongest in the United States.
Through enforcement and education, we help workers of all income levels receive the wages they earned according to law.
We also help ensure a level playing field for Denver's vibrant business community.
As required by city ordinance, we issue an annual wage report by overviewing our work, results, and impacts from the prior year. In our first year with the new civil wage theft ordinance, we were able to help people in our communities more than ever before. This matters because research indicates that in the city and county of Denver alone, tens of thousands of workers are victims of wage theft every year. On January 9th, 2023, the Denver City Council passed the city's civil wage theft ordinance, empowering and obligating the Denver Auditor to find, fix, and deter wage theft in all its forms.
Wage theft has a simple definition. It occurs whenever a worker is denied the wages or benefits to which they are legally entitled under local, state, or federal law. This could include minimum wage violations, overtime violations, prevailing wage violations, paid sick and safe leave violations, and rest break violations.
The City and County of Denver made crucial investments in creating a level playing field and fair economy, as shown through Denver Labor's results.
While wage theft can affect anybody, it's not a crime that affects all people the same. Instead, certain kinds of people are especially vulnerable. Non-union workers, people of color, women, younger workers, those with limited formal education, and workers with irregular immigration status are more susceptible to abuse than others and far more likely to have their wages stolen.
In the last year, our office recovered more than $2 million for 3,570 workers. We audited about 96,000 payroll records, attended more than 45 community events, updated internal policies and procedures, and conducted extensive rulemaking. To fulfill its mission, Denver Labor adopts a community-based, education-first approach. To do so, Denver Labor relies on our community partnerships, cutting-edge research, and cross-agency partnerships. We emphasize strategic enforcement, accept third-party and anonymous complaints, and understand that it is unreasonable to solely depend on individual workers to file complaints.
In 2023, our approach to education and enforcement included proactive investigations, employer-wide investigations, working with community organizations and other government offices, accepting complaints from third parties and anonymous individuals, publicizing key determinations, and attending dozens of events.
Compared to our previous reporting year, Denver Labor collected 85% more money in restitution, assisted over 1,500 more workers, and closed 29% more cases after finding unpaid wages. The average restitution per worker was $572.29. That's simultaneously a lot of money for Denver's lowest paid workers and not enough money for them to have been able to take their employer to court on their own.
Low-wage workers frequently experience wage theft and often report that they find it frustrating, unfair, and demeaning. At the same time, they rarely take formal legal action to assert their rights. Many are afraid of retaliation, do not know how to bring a legal claim, or simply do not think it will do any good.
Wage theft harms the community by artificially lowering taxable income and starving key social safety net programs, including unemployment, Medicare, and Social Security, of crucial funding. Despite the legal protections and guarantees in wage and hour laws, too many people who suffer violations of their basic workplace rights have no real ability to enforce those rights. Government agencies must fill in the gap, both to find instances of wage theft and prevent them from ever occurring in the first place.
For many people, the government is their last, best, and only hope for wage justice.
Today, it is more important than ever for Denver's city leaders and agencies to be proactive, creative, and closely partner with community organizations, industry representatives, and advocates in defense of those in our community who most need help. Well, that's it for this episode of Ask the Auditor. If you have a question, submit it to auditor@denvergov.org, and maybe your question will be the next question we answer on the next episode of Ask the Auditor.